Hello, everyone. News Channel 3, Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson here with a Facebook and YouTube live update. Just going to give you a quick update here. I want to say in advance, and I'll probably say this a couple of more times as we go through this update, a couple of things. First, this is going to be rather short. I'm live at 5 on News Channel 3 with a full report. Additionally, I'm probably not going to be able to do the roll call and take as many questions and comments as I do on my 9 o'clock Facebook Live because we need to be really brief with this. So I'm going to let some folks get into the room here because I know that folks are getting informed about this live update here. Hello to you, Sheila in Battle Creek. So you can see what I have here on the agenda. This is what's on the agenda. I'm going to sort of minimize myself here so that we can get in the proper spot here. A winter storm update. Thanks very much, Greg. I appreciate it. Sharon, hello to you in Union City. And Kathy, thanks for the thanks. Once we get up above 100 people in the room here, I'll probably get started because I know some folks are just starting to come in. You know, one quick update here that I can give you before we really get into this is that the National Weather Service has upgraded, and I posted this on Facebook and on Twitter, on Instagram as well, has upgraded and updated our winter storm watch to a winter storm warning. And so while folks are getting into the room here, I'm going to sort of go over what's the difference between the two. And it's much like when we talk about a severe thunderstorm watch versus a warning. A watch means that it's possible. A warning means that it's expected. And so when we say winter storm warning, what does that mean? Well, for the National Weather Service, the criteria really is for 6 inches or greater snowfall during the warning period. And so it's expected that in the warning area, which now includes all of West Michigan with the exception of Branch County, and I'll get to that coming up in just a bit, it's expected that there will be 6 inches or more of snow. And that goes from 10 a.m. tomorrow until 7 p.m. Saturday. Now, at that point, we're also going to be seeing the lake effect snow machines starting to kick in with additional accumulations. You know, we talked about this before where we have our system snow. We have system snow, and then, of course, we also have, in addition to system snow, we're going to have lake effect. So what we're talking about here with this winter storm warning is pretty much all just system snow. That's system snow. So I'm going to give you the latest model update that we have and also an update on some of the impacts. And so we have a little more than 300 in the room right now, so I think we can start going. We have that weather alert day, and by the way, I'm going to get to some of the totals, where we're expecting what to get. That's coming up. Weather alert day for tomorrow. And now it extends actually into Saturday as well. But we're talking primarily here from tomorrow, late morning into the afternoon. I think mid to late afternoon is when things are really going to start to deteriorate. And then that will continue through Saturday. So this weather alert day starts tomorrow and will go through Saturday for heavy snow and also some strong winds. So that's what we're looking at. We're up to about 400 in the room, so we'll get moving here. I want to start off here with just a look at South Haven. You know, all is quiet right now around West Michigan. There's not really a lot going on. But that big wind will soon be developing, still looking for gusts in excess of 50 miles per hour or up to 50. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a couple of gusts, especially close to the lakeshore where you don't have that obstruction from land. Let's say we have trees or structures or even topography. You don't have that over the big lake there. That wind can come unabated. And as a result, I think the strongest gusts will be along the lakeshore. And that's where we could see gusts in excess of 50 miles per hour. You know what that's going to do to the big lake? There could be waves in excess of 15, maybe close to 20 feet. That according to modeling for the lake. So that's what we're looking at there in South Haven. Again, pretty quiet right now. So live Doppler radar, also quiet right now. Can't stress enough. Tonight, there's nothing going on. Nothing going on. I see that, Eileen, that Portage is already closed for tomorrow. Kalamazoo schools are closed tomorrow. I know GRPS is closed tomorrow. I got to tell you, I think that probably the school day could go off tomorrow. I really believe that because I don't think things are going to deteriorate to that point. And by the way, these closings I don't think are really involved because there's any kind of question about getting the kids to school in the morning. I think it's getting them home in the afternoon. And I understand out of an abundance of caution, these school districts are closing. But I got to tell you, I think that probably tomorrow, the horrible weather conditions are going to hold off until late in the afternoon. That's my call, or that's what I think anyway. I don't make those other calls certainly about the school closings, but I see them rolling in fast and furiously now that GR, now that Kalamazoo, now that Portage has already decided that they're going to close. All right, that's live Doppler radar. It's quiet. I want to show you the big picture here. Big picture here. Deb, thanks for being here. Tiffany and Kentwood, thank you so much. Mike, Comstock already canceled. Yeah, they're going to start coming like dominoes now, falling like dominoes. Like I said, I I think you could probably get the school day in tomorrow, but it is a Friday, right? Sean, will it be good snow for snowmen? Yes, this is going to be good packing snow, especially tomorrow evening. For Saturday, probably not so much. It's going to get a little bit more powdery. I'm showing you Storm Tracker right now, and the reason is to show you that there's nothing out there that's like, oh, here it comes. And the reason is this storm is really just now starting to get its act together. And way out in the southern plains, the southwestern part of the United States, coming in out of the Rockies here into Texas, and then moving up into Arkansas, likely very early this morning, and then making a beeline for us right here in West Michigan. So there's nothing to show right now, but the models are pretty confident and in sort of concert here that this will be changing. So let's get to the hour by hour. This is what you want to see here. We're up to about 550 now in the room. So that's good. Thank you for joining in. I'm going to keep this short. And again, I apologize. I'm not able to do the roll call and read comments as I normally do on Facebook Live at 9 o'clock. This one's going to be a little bit quicker, a little bit faster than what I normally do. I'll be live at 5 o'clock on News Channel 3. All right, hour by hour, we're going at 6 a.m. here. Notice we're starting to see the snow bands come across the lake. I'm going to advance this here. We're going to move it forward to noon. And now we're starting to see the snow move in. Okay, now remember, things aren't going to go to pot like that. It's going to take a little while. That's why I think that tomorrow probably could get that school day in. But that's my opinion. All right, now we're going to go from noon tomorrow, and we'll stop the clock here at 3. Now we're getting the snow. And now we're starting to get, I think, into more of the serious snow here and some of the accumulating snow. And I do think it's going to be wet to begin with. Now, notice those temperatures are going to be right at that freezing mark, maybe even just a little bit above it. So I think for your evening commute tomorrow, challenging, because the winds are also going to be picking up during this time as well. So we're going to see the wind and waves sort of building in concert during the afternoon and evening. I think by tomorrow sunset, all the way in through Saturday noon, at least, very hazardous conditions. Very hazardous conditions. Let's go from 3 p.m., stop it at 6. A very important development here. Models starting to show, some are more than others. Rain starting to build in to the south end of this, as you can see around Three Rivers and Sturgis and Coldwater. And of course, that would knock down any type of accumulations. So that's something to keep in mind, that there could be some rain coming in south of I-94. And by the way, when we're talking about the winter storm warning, which I'll get to that graphic in just a few moments, all of West Michigan, all of our viewing area, except Branch County, Jackson, Hillsdale counties, under a winter weather advisory. Snowfall not expected to be as great in those areas. Okay, let me go from 6 p.m. Now let's go up to midnight. Look what happens. The heavier snow starts to lift out. You know why? Because the storm that's bringing that is moving away that fast. It's moving fast. But now what's coming in behind it will be colder air. I want you to watch two things as you look at this. We go from midnight to Saturday morning about 6 or 7. Stop the clock here at 7. Did you see how that pattern starts to show those snow bands now starting to come in and develop out of the northwest? That's because we have colder air coming in, and now we're transitioning from the system snow, which will likely be 6 inches plus. Now we're going to start building in some lake effect snow, and those bands are going to be cooking by the time we get to noon. And now on Saturday, we start to move into the next phase of our storm, and that is the lake effect. All right, here's a look at our snowfall forecast. And this hasn't changed much from yesterday, and I think that this is still on the money. And that is that the heavier amounts, I think, are going to be in that area, mainly in Allegan, Hastings, northward, or Allegan, Berry counties, northward. Okay, now remember, these lines could adjust 20, 30 miles, and it would still be, pretty much on target here. But I do think the heavier snow is going to be in that zone where you see that it's pink. And again, we're talking here mainly the system snow. This is from system snow. Now, the purple area is where 6 to 9 inches. That does include Kalamazoo and Battle Creek and Charlotte, as well as Paw Paw. And then remember I showed you that rain on the hour by hour, that some models, not all, but are really starting to advance some rain in here late Friday afternoon, Friday night. That's going to knock down some of those totals. And that's why I think a little bit lesser amounts there, as you can see in much of St. Joe, Olive Branch, and a portion of southern Calhoun County. And that's why, by the way, as we go to believe I have I thought I had I'm sorry, I thought I had the latest warning map up. But that's why Branch County, Branch, Hillsdale, and Jackson counties are under a winter weather advisory. Okay, so that's what we're looking at there as far as the conditions go. We're going to go back to the snowfall forecast here. There you see. Again, I think the heavier amounts are going to be where you see the pink. This is just from the system snow. Once we transition out of this during the day, Saturday afternoon, certainly by Saturday night, now we're getting into that Arctic air that's going to be moving in. And then we're going to start to see lake effect snow, and then we'll see those totals pile up even more. But that's a bit of a wild card. We're dealing with this storm right now that's moving in, this winter storm that's moving in. Sherry, Indiana, you're looking at mainly rain out of this, and it depends on what part of Indiana you're in, especially if you're along and south of US 24, US 30. Then I think you're dealing with mainly rain and some snow. And I'll tell you this, I did watch a couple of hours ago from the National Weather Service office in northern Indiana, a great little piece that they put on their YouTube channel that is sort of detailing what we're expecting from northern Indiana into the southern counties there, Branch, St. Joe, Cass, Berry, and Hillsdale, even into Jackson. So I don't think it's going to be as bad there. Kalamazoo, Three Rivers, listen, let me tell you this. Tomorrow, you can make a blanket statement here. Tomorrow morning, you're probably good to go no matter where you're going in our area. Tomorrow afternoon, in the early afternoon, I think you'll be okay. Tomorrow mid to late afternoon, things are going to be deteriorating. Tomorrow night, no go. Through Saturday morning, no go. Lots of wind, lots of snow, lots of blowing snow. Will Haney at 5:30 tonight is going to have something on the blizzard. What makes a blizzard? But let me tell you, there's only two things, and it has nothing to do with how much snow we're going to be getting. The two criterion for a blizzard: one, winds and sustained at or greater than 35 miles per hour for 3 hours or greater, and two, important, visibility being reduced from falling or blowing snow coming from the ground. So blowing snow, visibility reduced to less than a quarter of a mile for 3 consecutive hours. That has nothing to do with whether we're going to get 10 inches of snow or 5 inches of snow or 15 inches of snow. So will we have a blizzard warning? That's up to the National Weather Service to call, not my call. But that's what they're considering if they were to issue one. But even if there's not one, a winter storm warning means that 6 inches or greater of snow are expected. The winds are going to be gusting 40 to 50. We know that. That's happening. That's a lock. Snowfall, snow on the ground, strong winds, horrible driving conditions, Friday evening through at least Saturday early afternoon, and maybe even longer than that. Okay? And again, this snowfall that we're looking at here on the map is only system snow. Okay, I'm going to skate on out of here. I got 4:30 on the clock. I got to get moving so that I can be prepared for you live at 5 on News Channel 3. I'll have an update there at 5:30 and 6 as well. Again, we're going to have team coverage through the day tomorrow as well, but I'll see you tonight at 5:30 and 6. Don't forget, I'm going to be on Facebook Live again tonight at 9 o'clock. YouTube as well. Our YouTube channel has this as well. That's at 9 o'clock as well. So thanks again, everybody, for being here. I'll try to do more of that roll call and more interaction this evening at 9 o'clock. I'll catch you at 5:30 and 6 live on News Channel 3. I'll catch up with you again tonight as well at 9 o'clock on Facebook Live. Thanks again for being here, everybody. I appreciate it. Stay safe.